anticipated matchups of the entire regular season. Two national championship contenders, each ranked in the top 5. Which side can step up and deliver on this big stage? Welcome to Ann Arbor, Michigan, and the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, last season's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the third-ranked team, the Michigan Wolverines. Greenway Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Buckeyes will kick this deep to start us off. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaks into the clear. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. Here comes a handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
The Wolverines starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And they'll use the ground game here. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. It's a run to the left. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Off the play fake on 1st down. On the run, he'll let it go. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
The Wolverines trying to cash in here in the red zone. Offense will keep it on the ground here. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Michigan.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
And the PAT is good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Well, for many, this is the quintessential college football rivalry. It combines tradition, high intensity, and very often high stakes.
Yeah, Chris, I really think the rivalry has changed over the years. Guys in my era would tell you it was a game that was the most heated but the most respected because of the way you were recruited by both schools. There was the Woody, there was the Bo influence on the rivalry. But I think in the new social media era, I think it's more about hatred for the two schools from both sides. It's just a different feel. We'll feel that today when these teams go at it.
Looking to pass, it's Sayin. Makes the grab. It's Hale. Tackled at the 35. Good enough for a first down.
The receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver. Gets the separation. And at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Grab behind the line. It's Hale. Breaking free at midfield. Look out, he's loose. The 10. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. A quick strike to be able to climb back into this football game. Now, can the defense do their job and get a stop and give this hot offense the football back?
See if they can convert the point after. And he knocks it right through. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Gets some blocks. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Wolverines. He just sprints into the end zone. We knew this returner was a dangerous guy. That was an electrifying play all the way to the house.
Chris, it was great blocking, but the guy just looked so natural back there as far as once he got his hands on the ball, it was like he was setting up his blocks, knowing exactly where he wanted to go, and then once he hit it right around midfield, nobody was catching it.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Timeout called by the defense, their first about the half as they try to make some adjustments here. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? The junior able to bring him down quickly. Both teams trying to set the tone in this high-stakes collision here. Kirk, a long way to go. We expect this battle to come down to the final minutes.
Well, both these teams have been chirping back and forth during the week. I'm sure they're finally excited to be out on the field together. And this is the kind of matchup you just have to have an aggressive mindset, attacking all game long, and find out who the best team is late in this game.
Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll pitch it. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Good job by the defense forcing this pitch to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands. The problem is they gave up some positive yards there, but at least they brought him down.
gain on the running play. Third down now. They'll try to run for the first down. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
And the punt bounces out of bounds. They'll spot it near the 40. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. On first down, it's play action. Quick throw, testing the middle. Finds his man. It's Marsh. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. With the catch, it's Marsh. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 25.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
And the Wolverines will have 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Gets out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen right here by this offense. They let the rushers get upfield, completely oblivious that the blockers are getting out in front and getting downfield, put the ball right on the back, and let him have all that space and an escort in front of him to pick up big yards.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Forced out of bounds just short of the end zone. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, drops back, moves out of the pocket. That one is over everyone's head beyond the end zone and incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right, but man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
The incompletion sets up a 3rd and goal from the 3. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. We've had a good early quarterback duel so far, Kirk. Let's check out the stats. They flipped into the field, ready now for the 2nd period. We'll start off the 2nd quarter with a field goal attempt here. This will be a very short chip shot from 22 yards out. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25.
Looking to put something together in this drive with a little more urgency.
And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Running out of time in the pocket. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball, he had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
Getting set. Here's second down. To the air. It's Sayin. It's a wide receiver screen. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
The catch makes it a more manageable third down. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
It's fourth down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. Looking to chuck it again. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They make the stop at the 26, but it's a first down. This offense in good scoring position now.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receivers past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage for a first down. Grab behind the line. It's Hart. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Quarterback operating an empty set. QB keeper all the way. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Hand it off. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. The distance will be from 36 yards away. The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team.
The distance will be from 36 yards away.
He made it. 3 points on the board.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. On the move. It's a foot race. They can't catch him. Touchdown.
Chris, when was the last game you saw not only 1, but 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown by the same guy? Unbelievable performance, not only by the return man, but the entire unit setting these returns back for touchdowns.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Fire to the right side, complete. Oh, great juke, and he's in the clear. They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Handoff heading left, and he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And the wideout goes in motion. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up the third down.
The quarterback makes the right decision here on the RPO to get out of the run game, get the ball out to that right flat, just unable to execute with the throw.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Gets the first and still running. Now play more than enough for a first down. Sets him up at the 24.
Chris, you know how it goes in football. When it works out well for the offensive coordinator on third and long on a run play, he's a genius. And if it didn't, of course, everybody on social media would be saying that he needs to be fired and it's too conservative of a call. You wonder what they'll do on that next third down.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now.
Boy, tight windows as always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
What a job by this offense here near the end of the half, leaning on the run game to cut into this lead and make this a one-possession game. We're talking about seizing some momentum.
PAT up and good. They trail by a touchdown, 24-17. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Look out, room to run here. Can he make it? They finally chase him down, but a huge return. Lucky he didn't bring that all the way to the house. Just a bit more space, and he was gone. The offense trying to cap a really impressive first half, trying to punch it in here and build up this lead before halftime. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for second and goal.
Get set.
Looking to throw here. Launching one to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Michigan.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
Well, they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Dropping back, it's Sayin. Quick throw to his receiver. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? He's got the first and still going. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They find the slot receiver on a drag route that time.
Yeah, you don't really see this very often from a slot receiver on this drag route, but a nice call here, nice little wrinkle. Quarterback does a nice job of waiting for him to clear the traffic and then found him for a nice gain.
Pitch to the back. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Will kick it off to begin the second half. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Looking for a fast start here at the beginning of the third quarter. Down by a couple of possessions. They get the second half started with a running play. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Defense is coming after him. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. It's a big third down defensive play.
Well, the defense was all over the field in the first half, and as we see here, more of the same to start this third quarter. Big question to me is, now you got a fourth down. You look at that scoreboard, you almost start to wonder, should I go for this?
We'll see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. The pass rush closing in. Nice grab. It's Marshall.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense operating from the pistol. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Wolverines looking to keep this drive rolling.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary.
He escapes the pocket. And the pass rush finally gets home for a sack.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years, but let's not forget they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Prescorn. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Important 2nd down play coming up. And he drops back in the gun. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it on the move. With the catch, it's Prescorn. And the Wolverines pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling.
And this is why this guy is so tough to defend. The athleticism and quickness to be able to make a play when it looks like nothing is there. Uses his feet to evade the pressure and fires an absolute dart for a 1st down.
The back's got it. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
This is exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
There's the handoff. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that 1st down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
The Wolverines will line up on 1st and 10. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Mowers all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And strike up the Michigan band again as the Wolverines, Kirk, are beginning to build a lead, pull away here.
I don't think the biggest Michigan fan in the country could have ever expected this kind of performance by the Wolverines. Everything that they have done has worked, and right now they have a nice, comfortable lead.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Graham. And he's tackled at the 30, so a good choice to bring it out of the end zone. To begin the drive here, set up at the 30. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Pressure is coming. Breaks loose at the 40. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
2nd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Grab down the middle. It's Hart. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34.
That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Buckeyes come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Tailback takes the handoff again. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage.
And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Man, that's his second touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
Point after, knocked right through. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. Looking to throw it on first down. Makes the grab. It's Marshall. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a first down as the clock runs down here in the third quarter. And as we take a break to flip into the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Ball handed off. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Swarmed by the pass rush, a sack.
The middle linebacker is the quarterback of the defense. This time, the coordinator decides to blitz him, and it works. Good job by bringing him and getting to the quarterback.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. The pocket breaking down. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. It looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Incomplete. Trying to find the receiver there. Just missed him. the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Receiver makes the catch.
And the best thing that happens here, Chris, is he gets out of bounds, gives the offense a chance to regroup, huddle up, make sure they have the right call here for this critical fourth down.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. The Buckeyes looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
The defense drops him for a loss. They went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? To the air, it's Sayin. Looking deep down the left side. Caught way downfield and still running inside the 20. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
At this point late in the game, you've got to be willing to take some risks, and this quarterback understands that. He puts the ball up in a one-on-one matchup, trusts his receiver. Receiver battles, comes down with a big catch. It pays off. Now let's see if they can put points up on the board.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
I don't think he got in. The big guys up front just walling him off.
Well, at this stage of the game, this offense is clearly thinking it's four-down territory. They need points on the board, and they need them in a hurry.
Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. They stop him behind the line. That'll set up fourth down now.
Well, that is going to bring up fourth down now, Chris, and it is critical that they not only go for it, they got to pick up this first down. You're down by a couple possessions. You can't fool around. You got to keep this possession as long as you can and put this ball eventually into the end zone.
Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Touchdown, Ohio State. Great catch when they desperately needed it. That's an important score. We've got a one-possession game now, Kirk, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner decides to field it. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. It's a regular season game, Kirk, that's kind of felt like a playoff game. We expected that. The difference is, if you lose here, you're not out of it.
Chris, as you say, they're definitely not out of it if you lose this game. When you're a top-5 team late in the year playing in this kind of matchup, the win not only gives you confidence, but also you'd like...
Here he goes. Inside the 40. Past the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. He would not be denied. They couldn't get him to the ground. Well, the energy really building now, but they're not careful. This could get ugly.
Chris, this offense has been impressive the entire game. One of the great things about rivalry games is you'll never forget this kind of performance.
They're set now to try the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. up the touchdown. The kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. It'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Time running out. Serious urgency here. Can they score and score quickly? To throw, it's Sayin. It's a quick grab. Oh, and he fumbles. The offense makes the recovery and takes off. The Buckeyes will crank up the tempo. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. They'll look to throw it here on second down. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Look out, he's in the clear. Touchdown, Wolverines. A crucial pick six.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception. And what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Now the all-important extra point. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. Play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. He'll hand it off. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss, second down and 11. It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
That's a good read. Got him a little bit closer to that first down and a nice chunk. Now, I bet before too long, we're going to see that quarterback pull it, try to get a chunk of yards himself as well.
Caught in the backfield. It's McCarthy. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Caught behind the line. It's McCarthy. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
I really like what this defensive coordinator's doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Caught over the middle. It's Graham. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He wins the foot race to the end zone.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And it's up and good. I believe they're going to line up here to go for the onside kick. And he safely makes the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work.
Well, they didn't really have much of a choice. Had to go with his onside kick, but as we all know, such a low chance of actually recovering this. It was likely their only option if they wanted to get another shot at trying to get the football back.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. He's past the marker and still going. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now. A matchup of two powerful teams this late in the year. We thought it kind of had a playoff preview feel to it, and the higher-ranked team has taken care of business. They're going to emerge, looks like, with a huge W going forward.
I think the thing that really stood out in this football game is that higher-ranked team dealing with the pressure and the expectations. They handled business. Really good football game. Both these teams will benefit from playing in this game late in the year, but now comes the pressure. Higher-ranked team wins this game. Now the expectations every single week will be high. They'll have to continue to play with great poise.
This is an impressive performance. They played a good football team here today, Kirk, but they just dragged them behind the woodshed and dominated.